So I have Leanne Klaus and Kristy Thatcher, yes, from LJ Hooker Coolangatta Tweed with me today, who are here to talk to me about a little bit more about how they use RESO and the things they like about the platform. So thanks, guys.
Welcome.
Beautiful. So tell me, obviously you didn't start on real estate at the same time, but how long have you guys both been in the industry?
About 18 years, I think.
Wowza. Probably going on maybe 2-3 years. Maybe 3 years.
3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. So it's a bit of a mix. And you both sell properties independently, but sometimes together as a team. Is that correct?
It mostly started the team thing, you know, the old and the new kind of things working. So the old real estate agent and the new young up and coming real estate agent. So it's working well.
The blend. Oh, great. And what are you finding some of the main challenges of the current market are at the moment?
Probably just sellers having the confidence to put their property on the market, but being worried about, well, where am I going to go and how easily can I get the property, my next property as well. So I'm obviously just taking them through that process of, you know, taking control of their sale and settlement terms and you know, making it as a peaceful sort of easy transition, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just basically, as always, we try and look after our clients. There's lots of buyers out there, so that's good. But, you know, but that's bad for them moving on. So I think lots of vendors are very nervous about going on the market at the moment.
Right. Okay. So utilising RESO, because how long have you been using RESO now? Be a couple of months?
A couple of months, yeah.
And so how does using RESO complement your preferred selling style?
We did find when the market was going crazy and we were getting lots of offers on, you know, quality properties or good properties, hot properties in the lower end, that sort of stuff. We were receiving offers from, you know, emails, text messages, on paper, also, you know, verbally, and we'd have to say put it in writing. So it was kind of, they were coming from all different directions. And then RESO just condenses that. We know instantly when an offer's come through, we both know about it. And it's just a massive summary of, you know, where you are at any point in time. It's just been a very helpful tool.
That's awesome. And did you find that your RESO sales have been hard to set up? Was there anything that you're worried about navigating when you did the first couple, or?
No, it's very easy to set up, very easy. And of course, you taught us. So
yeah, I set you up completely for that one.
And if anybody can teach me, you've done well. So it was very easy.
Excellent. And how has RESO helped you to run your joint sales better as a team? I think you touched on that briefly with the offers coming in at the same time. Like, how do you manage your sales together when it's a RESO sale?
I think we both have, you know, access to the same platform. We do have the emails come through to both of us. So as soon as an offer comes forward, whether it's, from whatever property, obviously Leanne and I touch base straight away, or did you see that offer come through? So it's taking away, you know, the guessing factor of, you know, when someone does submit an offer, sometimes, like Leanne said, it can come via email and it's only going to one agent. So it really just makes our life a lot easier in having access to this platform, and the notifications come through to both of us.
Instantly. How do you think? Instantly. Oh, that's good. That's good. And obviously the same happens for your buyers. They're guided every step of the way through the process as well. So how have you had, like, from a buyer's perspective, what type of feedback or what kind of feedback have you had from your buyers around using the platform? Do they find it pretty easy, or?
Yeah, when we do an open home, because we work in a team, one of us is outside the house generally with a table. And when I hand out the brochure, I generally explain that we're using a RESO platform to sell this property. I briefly explain how that works. We've got an instruction page on the back of our flyers. And I just say, if you have any more questions, Kristy's inside. So if they're interested, I just tell them that they'll get an email at the end of the open home, and they can either, register to make an offer, they can tap out, or they can, and it's very easy to follow through. So they're loving the transparency of it as well. And they will often ask if they get a second crack at it, and we just say, yes, of course you do, and we from there we work forward. So it's really been.
I think they also appreciate something coming to them that's often we're obviously using the ranking function as well. And buyers do want to know, where is their offer in comparison to the other buyers. So rather than just us having those conversations, which we still obviously do over the phone, it's something in writing that's coming from a third source, and just sort of puts that in their face as, this is where I sit, and giving them an opportunity to see that and then increase their offer.
Yeah, because oftentimes buyers don't always believe you, do they, when you say you need to come up, or there are other buyers. So it does seem to help a little bit with that. So have you used, or hold on, I missed one. So how do you use the seller report? So the seller report that you can produce out of the platform that's got all the offers that are collated. How do you use that, and who do you use that with? Just the seller?
We use the seller's report in two ways. Obviously, we use it to gain more business as well. So not just the property that we're working for, but when we go out and we're doing our appraisals and presentations, we can use RESO as a benefit to, gaining new business and showing vendors how that works and how buyers respond to this, online platform that they have access to 24 hours a day. It's obviously something I think that benefits us in comparison to other agencies or agents in the area.
And yeah, I mean, the increase in the speed of it, you can see that somebody increased their offer within 2 minutes of being ranked, whatever. And one of the really good, we've had great results, just say, from all of our RESO properties, but one in particular, we had 2 ranked at number 1, and one of those offers came up 50,000. So, I mean, that just blew everyone out of the water. So it was an incredible result that the vendor was happy, and we use that now as a tool when we go into appraisals and just say, this would have been very difficult to increase that by that amount, but they knew they had someone, close behind them that was likely to increase their offer as well. So
I think it saves us a lot of time as well. I think, obviously a seller's report, typically we would have to collate maybe like 8 to 12 different offer to purchase forms and all those conditions. Now we're able to simply, click a button that has everyone's conditions there, has everyone's offers. If we want to make, further notes to that, we obviously can, but it takes a lot of, it frees up some time. I honestly believe that.
Awesome. That's an excellent response. And I suppose finally, because I've asked you most of the questions, if not in direct order, inadvertently, what advice would you give other agents who are considering using RESO but haven't yet?
Do it. Definitely do it. Like, have a crack at it. You've got literally nothing to gain. If it's a property, particularly if it's a property expecting a lot of activity on, just try it, be confident in the system. At the first one we rang you a couple of times, but it just was so easy, and we've had really great results, and I honestly believe the buyers really trust it and believe in it as well, and they know they're happy with how it works, so we just work through it with buyers. We still talk to them all, we still do follow-up calls. If we've got 10 offers on a property, we will call them all and just explain the process, that we're now going to rank you. You'll get a second crack, give it your best and final, no regrets kind of thing. So we still have that communication, but it's just worked really well.
That's excellent. Any final words from you, Kristy?
No, I mean, I was probably a little bit reluctant to try something new. I get set in my ways.
The old girl, see?
Sound like the opposite. Which one's the old girl? Which
I
one's
know.
the-
Who would have thought?
I do get set in my ways, but I think, you know, for certain properties that are going to receive a lot of interest, I'd probably give it a go. I think it, like I said, it just self-manages. It's a great platform that we have access to, that our buyers have access to. I think our latest property, you know, we've had 3 updates within an hour from the same buyer. So it's just great that we don't constantly have to have, you know, different offer to purchase forms coming through and emails coming through. They have access to it all the time. It's going to free up a bit of time. It's going to manage everything really well for you. It might not work, you know, for all properties, but definitely don't be like me and be reluctant. Give it a go, and yeah, I guess you'll find out for yourself.
Oh, that's excellent. Thank you. But you just made me think of another question to ask you off the back of that, just really quickly. Why do you think it is that if you're enabling the buyers to be able to update their offer at any time, is that something that would have happened before you're automating the ability to be able to make an offer? Like, would you have received an email with 3 updated offers in a period of time, or why do you think buyers do that on the platform?
Because it's so easy. I mean, it's what we do. I think 90% of our text messages get opened within 3 minutes. You know, you can access this from your phone, you can access it from your laptop. So it's just that life where everyone wants instant sort of access and results, and I think it's just allowing everyone the opportunity. So no, I don't think we would get those continuous updates. I think that's the best thing about RESO.
That's awesome.
And it's like the auction. People don't want to miss out. They might go home and have a cup of tea and say, no, I really want that property. Let's give it our best shot. Let's, you know, no regrets. Let's increase the offer or whatever, you know. So I think, you know, they're locked into it. So, you know. Yeah.
No, that makes sense. A friend of mine said if this had been around when she bought her property, she would have paid $50,000 more. And I said, why is that? And she said, because I'm a lot nicer to my husband in front of people. So
I hadn't thought of that one.
So sitting in the lounge room, you know, when you've got the pressure turned on, you know, you can imagine a couple sitting in the lounge room. And I always do ask, when I think of that comment of her saying to him, don't miss out on that property, you make sure you put in, you know, this and this. Oftentimes it can be each other that can turn the screws more than an agent in some cases too, because you know what the Achilles is as well, don't you? So, okay, I shall stop recording. Thank you guys so much.